Well, we have a new document for the Carano versus Disney Lucasfilm case, and it's interesting. It's going to keep getting more and more interesting as we move closer to the tentative September 25th date. So we're going to have like 2 months before we find out anything. I'm going to assume that maybe there'll be a pretrial before that so that they can sit down and maybe try and figure things out instead of going into a trial. Though I don't think that that's going to happen because of the fact that I think Gina really wants to get all this out there. Elon Musk is for sure watching, by the way, because he posted on, I think it was a news organization's post about it or somebody else talking about it, and he seemed very excited for Discovery. I'm very excited for Discovery. It's going to be very revealing. But you can see from the title here, Gina Carano calls for Pedro Pascal, Kathleen Kennedy to testify over Mandalorian firing. And this nice article here gives you the whole court document. Now, here are the list of parties, evidence, etc. that they're asking for. Maybe I'm missing some stuff here, but this seems to be the gist of it. Key witnesses and parties include Gina Carano. Of course, she's going to testify. The United Talent Agency, IDPR, Jon Favreau, Pedro Pascal, Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Chapek, Lynn Hale, and Bear Giles. Yeah, that's the guy that did that survival show. Remember Gina was on that show? If you don't remember, she was on it, and I believe they pulled it, and they weren't going to air it because she was a part of it, and then I believe they released it anyway. So maybe he's going to talk about that, and somebody that contacted him, I'm not sure. Kathleen Kennedy will for sure have to testify, and you know she's going to be pissed about that. I can't wait to see her smug face. Oh, it's going to be so great. Bob Chapek is on there. That's really interesting. I wonder what he'd have to say. Here are the documents they're looking for. They want Carano's social media post, communications between and or among employees of Disney and or their subsidiaries, contractors, or other related entities related to Carano's social media posts. Now, that is going to be beautiful. That one, I can't wait to see. Carano's contracts with Disney. So we'll get to see all of those. It's always interesting. There's always something interesting you find out from those. Communications between Disney, including its employees or agents, and Carano's former talent agency, publicist, and manager. Communications between Disney and its employees or agents and other movie show producers concerning Carano and any damages Carano suffered as a result of lost work to such communications. Documents showing plans for Rangers of the New Republic, as well as other series in which, or movies in which Carano would have had a role. You know she would have been in that Mandalorian movie that's coming out 100%. For sure she would have been in that. Documents showing compensation Carano would have earned had Disney not unlawfully terminated her promised projects, including but not limited to future seasons of The Mandalorian and Rangers of the New Republic and Star Wars films that were to include the character Cara Dune. And social media posts made by Pedro Pascal, Mark Hamill, or other employees that have made something similar. So that's really interesting. So Pedro Pascal and Mark Hamill being involved, like their posts, I've done videos on those. So Pedro Pascal, of course, made the one where he called anybody that votes for Trump a Yahtzee, basically. And I cannot wait for them to ask Bob Chapek and Kathleen Kennedy why those posts were okay, but Gina's wasn't. Now that will be glorious. And Pedro Pascal being asked about this is also great. Did you receive any contact from higher ups at Disney when you made that post? And what do you think his answer is going to be? I guarantee you it's no. Mark Hamill's not being called, so, that's... I don't know why he would be, but what'll be really funny about that, though, is reactions to his posts that he's made. Mark Hamill's entire feed is nothing but left-wing shit. Like, he's literally talking about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, and I use them both because before Kamala rose from her knee pads to go to the top, he was talking about Biden all the time. So why is that okay? So I would love to hear what Kathleen Kennedy has to say about that, and I'm really looking forward to her answers. This is such a shitty situation for them. They never imagined that this would be happening, and it's amazing. Oh, it's so amazing. I cannot wait for this to kick off. Documents related to Disney's treatment of those actors. So that is another interesting thing. So you got any documents of them? I guarantee you there's not going to be much because they don't give a shit if you say something left-wing. Documents or communications related to Disney's public statements regarding plaintiff's termination. Documents or communications related to Disney's social media policies for employees. And documents or communications relating to Disney's diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and policies. That's probably going to have to do with something, because remember Gina said like they wanted her to go into some Zoom call with like 30 LGBT people and have her learn about pronouns for like an hour and a half and get shamed. Anybody else have to go through something like that? Documents or communications related to Disney's decision to terminate or disassociate from Carano and the reasons for that decision. And there's a lot of other stuff in there. That's just what I found to be the most interesting. Is a lot of the stuff that they're asking for with Discovery, stuff like that. But that's what they're looking for. And my God, is that juicy. There's so much juicy goodness in the shit that they're asking for. I cannot wait. What the hell? I cannot wait to see all of this, to go through all of this. This is like early Christmas, man. Anyway, how excited are you for this? What are your thoughts on all of this? So apparently, at least according to this article, this is supposed to kick off on the 25th. Now, I don't know if that's pretrial or an attempt for them to come to an agreement maybe, or if things are just going to kick off. They will for sure sit down and try to come up with a settlement. I think that's Disney's main objective now, and money is going to have to not be an issue if they want that to move forward. And I don't know if she takes money. I've said this in a live stream. Gina is not hurting. She's not destitute. I'm going to imagine that she has her own money. I'm pretty sure her family is well off as well. I don't think that she really cares about making a big payday from this. I think it's more about the point. And she's not spending her money. Elon Musk is paying for all of this. So she could just take this all the way. No matter what happens in the trial, the discovery is going to be damaging and embarrassing for Disney. Kathleen Kennedy sitting on the stand and having to explain why it's okay for Pedro to say the shit he did compared to what she did is going to be gold. That will be amazing. And that some things, in my opinion, are worth more than money, and that's one of them. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be crazy. So I would put this up there with Johnny Depp trial in a lot of ways, because we'll get to see like the bias that these people have for fans and people of political views that they don't agree with on full display. It'll be really damaging for Disney if they handle this poorly. And judging by the products that they've put out, you know it's going to be done poorly. So congratulations to Gina. This is a huge win, and I cannot wait. Oh, I'm so excited for this. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of your questions. What are your thoughts on this? Also, if you would please hit that notification bell, throw a like up, share the video, subscribe, and I'll see you real soon.